Here we go. Let's start editing. I wanted to create this frame exactly on my phone so you can also see what I'm clicking on, because if I recorded the screen, wouldn't be the same. So here's my Instagram app, and now we're gonna go to edits, where the place where I edit everything which is associated with Instagram and seems like it gets more visibility. So I'll come here and I'll go to my gallery. I created a collection with a few videos that I made before. So then it's as if we had just made the shoot, and here is where is it. So I'm gonna show how I would go for. And the thing is, if you just recorded the images, you have or videos, you have a fresh image of how they are like. These ones I recorded last week, so we're gonna learn what I have inside of each as we go. So here, I think we'll go with a process video, so then you can see exactly how I go about it. So let's start with the first video. You can click and have a little glimpse on it, so you see exactly what that video is about. So remember that angle on the side, I'm just casually making my work in there. So let's start with this one here. So one video at a time. I bring this one in and it opens inside of the editing program. I don't have much more space on my phone, so most of the things are on the cloud, so at times it takes a bit long. And then what I do here is I'll bring in to the moment where I feel like there's an action. So let's see here, see? This moment, that's what I'm gonna get. So from here, and then I click in here, and right on the left side we have split. And then I go back to the back video and I'll delete it. So that to me is the easiest way without fussing too much. So I'll push a bit forward, and here is the end of my action. I will split here, and now we'll see if there's any other interesting thing happening in this video. And I can go a bit further. No, that was it. So I'll delete the rest. So we got that beginning there. Let's go back to my gallery collections and look for, that's my next video. Let's see if we can have a little glimpse. Maybe I'm just adjusting some things. Often I make the video short, as I said, because it's way easier later. Let's get this one and we see inside of the app. So I go one video at a time, so the app doesn't get too heavy and doesn't get challenging later to be moving things back and forth and things as such. In that way, you really can see how I edit, like literally step by step, because I think I'm a visual learner. I think that's absolutely the best way for you to have this experience, as if you were sitting here with me and we were editing a video together. So now let's explore what we have inside of this one here. Not much action. I'm cutting the clay and doing a little bit of tapping and wedging. So let's go back here. Get that moment of the cut. Here, right here. I will split, delete the back, and see where, hold on, I accidentally moved the videos, let me bring it back. That's the moment here. So split again, and then let's see if there is any here. A little bit of tapping, so I'll delete the back, put that little tapping in, split, and then I'm doing a bit of wedging. This clay was quite hard, so I'll just try to bring to where we had a little bit more of a fluid kind of motion, something like here. Let's see, that's it. So come back here, split and delete the back, and a little bit of wedging, split and delete that video. Now let's bring another one. Here, that's my next one. So the pros of creating these shorter videos is how fluid and easy it is to edit. As I said, you can also create one long video and come and chop, and depending on your process as well. Because as I said, if you are a painter or if you are glazing, you could just get that little bit of it that you know that looks visual, looks satisfying, has a sound, has a transformation. Because as you know, much of the process often in the creative journey is quite repetitive. So find the little bits that are pleasing, that look cool, that interest you as you're watching, and also think as someone that doesn't know anything about your practice. What do you reckon they would find interesting? Because with ceramics, that's a big thing. So many people don't know anything about it, and they really would like to come behind the scenes and really see how the process is. It's taking quite a bit. Let me double check if we bring it in again. Gallery. If the videos weren't on the cloud, would definitely go way faster. Seems like it's locking at the same spot, so let's cancel this one and bring another video. Let's have a look if it will open. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's moving. Let's try just once more. Oh yeah, now it went. So you see that I could go in a longer format, but I quite like to give those nice movements so people keep like following the path and wondering what comes next. I think that's the best way forward with creating process videos. Here we are. So that's the rolling pin method. So let's get here one movement. That will be for me a snippet. So push it in, cut it, and let's see what else. So lots of repetition. Now this little part, so I cut the back and do a little bit of this tapping, split again, and let's see, let's advance a little bit, and then maybe give a little bit more here, split. I like this part, so I start on the beginning of the movement, split and delete, go all the way to the end, split, and then split, adjusting a little bit. I'm gonna open again, but I already showed this movement, so I won't be showing that one again. I could show this part here, where I put the piece inside of the wheel, because that's where I'm gonna be working from now, and I'll delete. And I wanna enjoy on this video here, this sequence, and show what I mentioned before. So here I'm outside, I'm outside on a shot. This one here, I'm gonna click on the video and I'll zoom in a little bit. So it's the same video, same spot, but it does look like it was recorded from another angle or another camera. So that's a simple way of giving a close-up. So in this one here, for instance, I could go all the way to just showing this movement on a full close-up. And this one here probably would be good in a little bit of a close-up too. Then leave this one out, maybe bring this one to a bit more of a close-up. Let's see how this one goes on a close-up too. Let's try to bring just a little bit more to the side here so it gets all that movement. That's it. Awesome. So now we're going to keep going because I want to really you to see where my mind goes on that whole process of creation. So we did this one here. Now looks like I changed the angle that I'm recording to that other face angle. And then in that way as well, we can zoom in and zoom out or shift to one side or the other to create a different perspective as we're creating. And with the video, you don't need to show the whole process always from beginning to end, but telling a part of the story is always great. And you could always just give one snippet, one of these little shots, and then create a different type of reel that's not a full process reel, but is a moment reel. That's super simple, super easy, doesn't take time at all, and you really create an easy way of sharing your process, some little moments without taking too much time. It often doesn't take that long to download the videos, but anyway, we can keep talking as I get these videos down here. My intention with this video, I was creating some new pieces in this new studio, exploring my space, and I wanted to enjoy and share how is my rolling pin method, which is one of the courses that I have open at the moment. So let's bring it here, see what am I doing. So I'm prepping the piece, that's my first stage. So I'll open here and cut it. Oh, I accidentally cut it the whole video, sorry guys. Let's go back there. It's my first time on a full demonstration as such, so it's also new to me. So come here, back to it. So here I'm gonna split it, cut the back and use that little moment, split again, and see if there is any other interesting movement that I would like to capture. Now that's it. Let's bring another video. So the process videos for me, they do take a little bit more to create on these little bits and pieces, but I feel like it's all worth it. So here, let's find, here I'm starting to change the shape of the vase. So let me show this moment. A few strokes, a few movements, that's it for me. And I'll keep moving forward here. I want to get another movement. Now I'm using that tool, which is something different. Let's get a couple of movements and that's it. Delete this other bit here. And now the piece is starting to take shape. I don't need much more to show. Let's see where I am. I didn't get this shot yet. Let's bring this one. Change the camera again for that other angle, as you can see. Let's get this movement. So click on the video, split, delete the back, get a few of those strokes, split. So like that, I'm really showing a lot of my process, but in just satisfying little moments. Because unless you are really interested on the method as a whole and have plenty of time available, you wouldn't be watching exactly the whole process. So I think that's the best part on this style of videos. And then let's go to this. The piece is nearly done. I assume this one here, I'm cutting the ends and trimming the base of my piece, because that's really part of my process, and that would be a wrap up. So as I'm thinking now, from this whole thing, what would be the best cover image? There are a few things that come to mind. Could be that moment where I'm taking the bag out, because that is a bit of like, what is happening here? Could be as I'm transforming the piece, very much the shot that I have here now. That could be an interesting cover picture. Could be as I'm with the knife. Often I notice that with creative practice, using your hands or showing hands at work are a really good way to give people an idea of what the video is about. So just think with what we spoke before, like also the option of trialing 2 covers. so then you can really test on a A/B style what works best. And the same video, again, you can change it a little bit and put a different cover and see how it goes in trials. But yeah, on the other videos that I've done with process, that I've done the whole process, it takes a bit longer on capturing the image due to the nature of ceramics. So it could take me up to 3 months of different snippets. So you can also create content of all that process and later just integrate everything together. The internet's fairly slow here today, but anyway, after we finish this editing, I want to show inside of the platform the other things that are crucial and many ways that you could use this content, and also that goes into batch creating. So you make a visual piece of content once and you explore that in many ways. So this one, I'm gonna go simple with some music, no voiceover, and a simple caption, just really sharing my process. And if I was already with a collection ready or in mind, I would start warming up everyone that that's what I'm making for. In that case, I'm like showing my rolling pin method and my new studio. So that's for me what I'm gonna be talking about, because that's where I'm at. And I'll show you exactly the process of wrapping up this video. You see, I often do not do many other things that we have down here, like filters. Captions I use on the voiceover. So here is the button for the voiceover. And after I finish the voiceover, I often come in captions to create a caption for it. And here is the audio where we're going to put some music and we can put text overlay. So I will show you all the features that I use. Sometimes I use all of them for one video, other times I don't. It really depends on the vision that I have for that video. And I'm sorry about the delay here. It's not often that slow, but we have an overcast day here, so that might be the reason why. And what else I think that's important? Oh, one other thing that's convenient to say now. See that I often have quite a gap on top of me? That's also interesting to notice when you're recording, because if you're already thinking on how you're gonna edit your video, you allow some blank space so you can create text overlay. Because if I'm fully centered and my head is right on the top of the video here, when it comes to the moment to write what's called a hook or inform people about what the video is about and all of that, I have two options actually three options. You can add the text on the first third, on the top third, you can add the text at the middle, and you can add the text at the bottom. Often, if I add the text at the middle, visually looks pleasing to me, but I'm writing right on the visual key aspect that I don't want to quite hide. So creating that empty negative space on the top really allows me to position some text in there that's gonna be informing what the video is about without compromising the whole visual aesthetics of the video. These little buttons here in the middle is where you can create effects. So as one video changes to the other, we can create an effect. I never really use it, but I'll show you anyway. So here, I'm now cutting the base. So I won't get the first shot, I'll go a bit forward. That looks like a good movement. Come here, split, delete the back, and got one. Maybe I'll come again and get another. Let's go a bit more forward. And then here. And I think that's basically. Now I'm gonna enjoy and get this other frame since I changed positions. Let me split and delete this little bit here. And let's see what else we got. Now we got just the piece spinning, and I'm back refining it, but once again it's exactly the same movement, so I won't be adding that again. Let's get this other motion here with one more tool. I'm gonna do a little refinement inside. And I'll get this last little shot of me just looking at the piece. And that's it. So now we got a 28 seconds video. Let's just preview it. So in this video, I'm not sure if you can listen. I have many background sounds due to the music. So I'm likely to delete or cut the sounds and get just into a normal one music over. So I'll show you here. So we come back to editing. Let me just make this one a little bit shorter. So now you can always like make these little parts smaller if you want to really see all what you got here, or you can make it also bigger. So I play around depending on what I'm doing. So I'll come here on this little button which has the sound, so I took it off. Now let's go to look for music. That's my new favorite music at the moment. I've been listening to a lot, so let's try. So let's go for that. So I'm gonna drop it a little bit so we can talk as we go. So that's how it is looking now. You can always also click on the music here, and there is an option to sleep. So you can go and sleep which part of the music you want, often with something that has a bit more action. Let's go back and see how it is here. I'm happy with that. So let's go to the other functions. And here I want to show this one, the volume. So if I was creating a voiceover, I would drop the music way lower to do not create a competition with me talking. But in that case, it will be just audio. I won't be talking over this one. And then, so that's in the volume option. And I could also come here. If I had these sounds on, I could also come here and then go on the volume of these ones. And if I was to do that, I would apply for all videos, just to show you how it sounds. And then here is the speed. I could speed up the video, which I rarely do. I don't quite do that. And then what else we have here? So back to the videos. Oh yeah, let me show what would be one of the effects. So let's see. So I'll take the volume out so that it doesn't look funny. Shall we try that? Let's try that. I never really do it. I'm gonna apply to all transitions. Let's see how it looks. Oh, that actually looks quite cool. Maybe I'm gonna leave it. So you never know, see? Just got you something here that moves, kind of a dissolves in between one video and the other. That's quite cool. I'm gonna enjoy here in this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. And then keeps going. This one here also could go with a little zooming to really show what I'm up to. And let's do a little zooming on this one too. Oh, hold on, click on it. And just a piece. And let's zoom in this last one too. If I don't cut my head too much. Okay. So now if I was to create a voiceover, that's how we often do. Start from the beginning of the video. There's a really cool option that you can add your script here. So if I created a script, I would just paste here and then read it. Otherwise, I could go just here, 3 seconds, and then it goes. Today I decided to make a video in my new art studio where I'm showing my rolling pin method. So as you can see, I just use a rolling pin to create a vase, and that's a technique that I developed myself, and to me is really satisfying. Simple tools, my hands, and some practice, and you can see how easy it is to create a vase from scratch. So that could be, for instance, a text, and then here I would cut it off because it's a bit too long. So I'll align that little bar is selected in the voiceover. I will split and delete. And then if I was to create a caption, I would click on the caption button and then generate from voiceover, and then it generates the caption, which I find that's a really magical thing, because nowadays most people really listen to or watch Instagram with the sound turned off. And if I'm telling something, may I also give the caption so then people can see. So I'll bring this whole thing forward. So here, I can click on the caption and go on style, and then you can pick the many styles that we have. I often prefer something a bit simple. I've been playing around with different more bold and playful captions, and I can come on the color and also change the color for something a bit like more colorful. And I could also make a bit bigger, always respecting those little lines that come around, because otherwise you overlap it. To be honest, don't quite like how, make it a bit bigger so you can see. Don't like the black and the yellow. I would go for something a bit lighter, but as you know, we're not really going for any voiceover. That was just to show you. So I'll delete the captions as well. Delete all captions. So in terms of filters, let me just show here. Filters. Sometimes I do like the cinematic one. I'm going to apply to all videos, but there are lots of options I rarely use, but I just want to give an option so you all see. It makes everything a bit more on a warm kind of note. Doesn't really change that much. And adjust. So on the adjust, if I came and adjust the exposure, it could move lots of things. I never really go in here, but I just wanted to show you, let me go back to 0 or close enough, that you have all these options that you can adjust. Let me take this adjustment off. And so back in the video here, often when you do something, you do to all, but I think there was one which is, I think it's saturation. Let's bring it here. No, it's not. Let me see what else we have here. Contrast, just so you see. It really changes a lot. And highlights. See, like everything really changes a lot. I quite prefer just a simple, basic video. So let's just leave like that. Now we have our video ready. We would watch over. Okay. We would watch over and check. I'm confident with it already. So what we're going to do next is create a name. So let's say video rolling pin. So then I know what is, and I'm saving. So next. Now the Edits app is getting it ready to export. And here there is a crucial little movement that I want to show you all. So then we can move forward with it in a way that feels safe and you understand how that will help you to create more pieces of content in a very simple way. So that's my video. It's coming, getting ready. I could go straight to Instagram, but I'm gonna download it. And why I do that, that will help me later to use this video again. The other thing that I can do, let's go here to Instagram now. So it opens straight into my video. Now we can preview just to make sure that's all good. Make sure our music is here. And then I need to create a caption and I need to edit the cover. So let's just find a cover here that makes sense. So as I said, probably something like that would be good, where I'm doing a movement. Something with the rolling pin would be good. This one is a nice one too. Maybe I'll go for this one. And in this one I have more space on the bottom. So yeah, I'll go for this rolling pin movement here that I quite like. I find it visual. And then I can choose how it will look on the profile grid. That's good for me. Now I'm gonna get out of here and come to an AI. At the moment I'm using Claude more often. And inside I have a project that's called Bianca's Brand Voice. I'm going to create a new chat and I'm going to give a voice prompt that in my case will be, hey, I want your help to create a caption for a reel that I just created. What I want to say is that I'm exploring my new art studio and creating a new piece with my rolling pin method, which is a self-developed method. And it has been really satisfying to explore new collections, new carving. So I'm really excited because I'm in the process of creating a brand new collection. I'm transitioning from the bold primary colors and I'll be merging it, the same vibe, the same style, but into a more bold and earth palette. So that's what I want to talk about this video. And we want to create a CTA, and the keyword that is associated with my ManyChat is row. So if people want to learn my rolling pin method, they can comment row. In that way, they can get the automation into their DMs. So creating with my voice is what you have in there. So now, as I said, verbally I can express myself way better. So let's see what we're gonna get here. If it will be a nailed one or if we'll need more editing. So it's just double checking. Is the keyword is row. So the caption that I got here is new studio, new collection, new era. I've been in my studio doing what I love most, rolling, carving, exploring. This piece was made using my self-developed rolling pin method, and honestly, the process has been so satisfying. Something is shifting in my work. I've been living in a bold primary colors for a while now, and I am still me, still bold, still unapologetic, but I'm feeling pulled towards something deeper, earthier, more grounded. Same energy, same style, new palette. I'm building a whole new collection and I cannot wait to see where this goes. Comment row and I'll send you behind the scenes look at my rolling pin method. I think that's actually pretty good. So it's just telling a little bit more about it, just for the sake of moving around and keep going. I'm gonna copy this one and I'm gonna ask, can you now please give me a hook or overlay text that I can put on the cover of my video? I'm asking, but I already think that new studio, new collection, new era would be a really good text and hook kind of thing. My new era just dropped. I'm changing my whole palette. Made this from primary. New. I think really the first one is where it's at. So I'm gonna paste my caption here. Make sure that I adjust. I don't quite love these emojis that I got given here. So let's push it down a little bit. Give some space in between the paragraphs so it's more enjoyable to read. Because if everything is really jammed, it's not really great. Let's go down here and just get a couple of hashtags. let's say bold ceramics, and then creative process, and maybe art studio. Oh, art studio. Perfect, that's good for me. And now I'll come back here, I'll copy, and edit cover. I click on those little letters and I'll bring it here. So in that case, I'm gonna bring it down here. I've been enjoying using this elegant one and the deco. I find it's nice and clean. So I'm gonna give a little bit of space in between them, something like that. And I'm always kind of figuring out, I don't want to put right on my head. I could put this one in the middle, it gives me waist edge. It gets a bit busy. I have this blank space here. So let's go here. Let's see if I go just on top of, and then I could come and choose a color that already is in here. Let's see how the red goes. I think the red goes well. Make a little bit smaller, and I want to show an option. If I go like that, it often looks way better in terms of creating a contrast. I personally don't like how the block is cut. So let's see if I go like that, and then we maybe center it. If it does look better, I think it does look better. So I'm gonna position, look for that little blue line that helps me to center. It's not popping up. Oh, got it. Minimize just a little bit, so then it's not fighting with that line in there. And I think I'm happy. So let's go here. Now, the key thing is trial. So I'm gonna select this one and then I share. That's it. So now it's just putting it out there. Let me take this one out. And that was a full posting a video from scratch. Other things that I want to enjoy to show that we are here. Let's say, for instance, this video here had a really good view, had 1 million views. I want to just show you the insights. So this one is insane. It had 300k likes, 353 comments, 3,030 sent to other people, and 8,000 people saved this video. That's wild. So I'll show you, you can see like most of people saw on the feed, 36% saw on Explore, and 19% on the Reels tab. So that means that this video was actually shown to so many people that doesn't follow me, which is really interesting. So actually, 90% of who saw this video is not a follower or was not a follower at the time that they saw this video. So that gives you a sense of how powerful these tools are. And then, so this video was watched for 43 days, which is wild when you think. The average watch time was 11 seconds. And let's see what else we had here. So from this video alone, I got 5,000 follows. That's absolutely wild when you think. Gives you the gender, and that's kind of it. But so let's say this video is a killer. So I'm gonna come here on the top and I'm gonna remix. So when we remix a video, we just do one little switch on that video and then we can repost it. So that would be something, for instance, like if I go on text, I'll go next here, or edit video, and then I could basically take this sound out, add a new sound. So let me go for something that I know that I like already. This one here is a good vibe, Brazilian vibes. So I'll put this one. And then I'll come and add something like text. Let's go something like, this video went viral. let's go like that. Went viral. And maybe I'll put like an emoji. Let's go surprise. Something like that. And then I could just put it here. And let's go and look for the color that would look nicer. Maybe I'll go for a lighter color. And then let's put it down. If we're gonna put it down, actually it would be better to be blue. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Done. And then I'm gonna repost that. Hold on. Here. So now I'll come on the cover. Let's come back here. And I'm gonna type exactly the same thing. This video went viral. So I'll just go here on the surprise. I was already there, but surprise emotion. And then I'll put it right here. And for this case, again, I'm gonna change the color for something that's blue, so we create a little contrast. Minimize it a little, make it a little smaller. Done. And then done. Now, back to AI here. Hey, I'm reposting a video I'm gonna put on trials. It's about a video that went viral. And with this video, I wanna talk about my new course that is Found and Seen on Instagram, which is me teaching how I use Instagram from scratch, understanding what is behind the nervous system, the blocks, the fear of judgment, all the way into getting practical on how to photograph, how to edit, how to create captions, and then expose your work and to be able to generate more sales and to be an artist that is thriving using this platform that can be so misunderstood, but for me personally has been absolutely life-changing, and everything that happens on my art career came via Instagram, which is wild. So let's see how that voice prompt gonna translate into a caption, because that's exactly how I feel about it. Okay. So it's asking me some clarification. The CTA will be Instagram, comment Instagram. The video went with 1 million views and I got over 5,000 followers out of this video. And the course is called Found and Seen on Instagram. So in that way, the information is absolutely perfect there, and I'm saving myself a lot of time into making that. So here is the caption. I'm gonna just lightly read. So it's just being really clear on everything that I said before. Oops, had a little bug. Let's go back there. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, the whole Instagram bugged. Let's go back here. So go back to my page and then back to that video, and then we go back to remix, edit video, and let's come here. We gonna add, we could even just add a sticker, something like that. That could be cool. I think could be relevant. Done. And maybe I'll add it here. And then edit cover, and then we're gonna add some text on top. Let's go back here. We're gonna copy just that little bit. That will be a bit easier and faster. So I'll just type that. Is on that same font that I like. I'm gonna make it slightly bigger too, because I wanna really cover the text that I have there, since we are on a recycling kind of fashion. Oh, something like that, and like here. Position a bit better, done, and then let's copy that whole caption, copy, paste, space it a little bit, because we don't want it to be too jammed together, otherwise it's uninviting to read. And then I'll give it more space, okay, and I'm gonna put as trials again and share. So now it's sharing, and I want to show you inside of my page. So that's my page, and from my view, if I go to this tab here, which is Reels, on this left here is where you see all the trials and drafts. So that is a great page where you're gonna understand. So I have a few trials. Some things go well, some things don't. Everything that's here hasn't been posted publicly. So let's see something, for instance. This one here is another rolling pin method. It went really well. So what I'm gonna do here is bring it back, trial insights. So it had 12,000 people seeing, 83 likes, 90 comments. So I'm gonna share this one with everyone. And that's the process of creating videos, creating trials, and sharing it with everyone. So that one that we just made actually looked kind of cute with the little like button in there. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Sorry it took a little bit longer to get the video since the internet's a bit slow where I am. But now you have exactly how I do. You saw me doing it. You can start exploring and get your experience up, because practice is where it's at. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next lesson.